guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So as you can see, I'm going to be doing a resin video today. Now I'm working with the products from Let's Resin. I'm using epoxy resin. I've got this lovely one and it's got the lovely little top to it, so it's so simple to get out of the bottles now. So this is lovely. So we've got A and we have B, and this is the two-part epoxy where you mix it together. So you mix it for 4 to 5 minutes. Make sure it's mixed really well. I've already mixed them. I've got some already done because it takes a little while. So I've got that ready, and then I'm using this beautiful chunky glitter from Let's Resin. So I'm using the silver opal, I'm going to use the sky blue opal and the blue opal. So look at those beautiful colours. I think they're just gorgeous. I've mixed up some of this one, which is the mica powder, and this is seashell. So that's this one here, which I've already mixed up because mica powders take a little while to mix up. So I've already mixed that, and look how beautiful that is. Just gorgeous. And then I've got some of the resin dye. So I've got the violet, sapphire blue and the peacock blue. So they're the colours that I would like to use. Now the mould that I'm going to use is this lovely big one. Look at that. I'm going to make a little sort of tray, and if I can find something before it sets too much, I might make it into a bowl. We will see. I'm not quite sure, but loving it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix it up. I've got my little cups here. I'm just going to mix up a little bit of some different colours, and then I'm just going to go around in little rings of colour and glitter and bits like that. So I'm just going to have some fun today. So I love Let's Resin products. Everything I'm going to be using will be under the video. So do take a little peek at that. So this has been standing for a little bit. So the bubbles have all gone. I didn't need to put, I've got the lovely machine as well, which I'll link down below. I didn't need to use that because I've mixed up a little bit more and I've left it. So I didn't need to use it. So I'm using the purple, and then I'm going to use this lovely peacock blue, which is one of my favourites. Now, I'm not quite sure how dark I want it. So let's just I put 4 little drops of that in there. Like that. Then I'm just going to take one of these and give a little mix. Oh, I probably need to use a bit more. Like that. Give it a good mix. Now I've got my levelling table as well, because obviously I'm making quite a big flat tray, so I need to make sure it is nice and level. So I've got that under here. I do have, this is quite a big tray. It's a lovely flower, but I do have my glass mat on the top because the levelling table wasn't quite big enough. So I've put my glass mat over the top, and it is perfect, absolutely perfect. So let's just give that a good stir. Just wondering whether to add a little bit of glitter into this as well. We shall see. Let's mix up a little bit more of this. Pop some of this in there so it's nice and dark. And I will be adding some separate glitter on there as well. So I just fancied having a really nice play today. Mixing some colours. I haven't used the chunky glitter for a long time. I haven't done epoxy resin. I normally do the UV resin, which I love because it's quite instant. I like instant, but I've got this lovely epoxy which I thought would be fun to use. So let's just mix that up, and I'm going to add into this one the blue opal chunky glitter. Oh my gosh, look at that. Let's pop that in there. Oh, it's just stunning. Look at that. Just beautiful, isn't it? Just wanted a nice sparkly tray. Beautiful sparkly tray. So I think that will be great in there. And then I think I mix up some just clear sparkly. So I'm going to use the sky blue. I wonder if we got green. Look, I've got a nice big pot of it here, We've got lawn green. I have got dark green. Let's pop some of this in here. Actually, I'm going to go for the green, seeing we've got green. Oh, let's take this little, I haven't used this one. Let's just pop that off. There we go. Pop some in there. Oh, just lovely. Lovely sparkly. There we go. So have you guys started doing any epoxy resin yet? I know lots of people watch and do it, but they've not been quite tempted to get there to do it yet. So you must wear a mask, open your windows, have good ventilation, and definitely put gloves on. It is a must. So look at that, they're fabulous colours. Fabulous colours. Now I'm going to mix up just some plain. Actually, I could probably just mix it into this one. And I'm going to do the Opal one. So that can go in there as well. Like that. Let's get another little stick. Pop that in. Give that a good stir. Look at how beautiful the colours are. Oh, just lovely. Pop that in. I'm going to just make this slightly darker because it's quite transparent. Like that. Just a little bit darker. There we go. Lovely. So I'm just going to tip this right around the edge. Let me just get a piece of tissue so I don't get resin everywhere. Try and keep myself clean. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to tip it around the outside like that, just so we've got a little line of here. Let's move that out of the way so got a little bit of room. Oh, look at that. Messy. There we go. So a cup of this is just perfect amount, isn't it? Pop that in there. Look at that. I wasn't quite sure because I'm not, I haven't done epoxy for ages, so I wasn't quite sure how much to use just to get around at the edge, and one of these is just perfect, isn't it? Okay. Right, that's that one there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to, this is just clear, which I'm going to just run round the outside as well. Just like that. I might have to mix up some more because I'm quite sure how much this is going to use. There we go. Perfect. How yummy does that look? Oh, I might actually go in there with a little bit of this. This is the seashell. Just a bit. I did this to go into the middle, but I think I'm going to have a little layer of this as well. Let's just take that. Just pop that in there too. Run a little there. I think the nice thing about doing these is when they sort of like merge into each other. I think they look great. Oh, look at that. Not quite like that. Right, let's go in with a little bit of green. This is going to be a pretty sort of Christmassy type one, isn't it? Let's go in. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now we're going to go in. God, I don't know if I make a mess with the clear. Ooh, look at that, that's lovely. Keep a little of that behind. I'm going to put this clear in. Right in the middle. Fabulous, look at that big messy bit I've made there, but that's okay. All adds to it, doesn't it? I'm going to go in with the green. Like that. Let's just scrape some of this out. Perfect. Now I'm just thinking, should I go in with a little bit of sort of white to see if I can go round the edge, just like a little flower. I'm going to tip a bit more of this. I think this could probably go in here as well, a bit more around here before I put some in the middle. That. How gorgeous is that? Right, let's just pop these bits. Let me just get a wet wipe that off. Gosh, that looks fabulous. Right, I've got another pot of this. I'm just going to tip that right sort of in the middle. Look at that. It's right in the middle of that flower. Isn't that just beautiful? I want to see it sort of like merge in together, and I'm going to go around this edge just with a little bit of clear. Wow, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to mix up a little bit of more glitter to go in that middle bit, I think. So let's take apart a little bit of this. Oh, actually, I've got some here. Let's just put that in there. I forgot I had this one here. Let's just put that in the middle. There we go. Beautiful. Now, shall I mix up some white? I think maybe I should. That looks great, doesn't it? I do like that. Do you think I need a bit more glitter? I think I need more glitter. We always need a bit more glitter. Let's just put a little bit more in there just to go around the edge. I want to go around the edge of this. Let's stick that little bit of just around, a bit more where that purple is. There we go. Beautiful. This is sort of a bluey one, I think. Just around the edge. Oh, look at that, that's fabulous. Okay. gonna just mix this together just a little bit, because I've got some little clear bits in there and I don't really want those clear bits. There we go. So that's pretty full. Let's go around. Lovely. I love it. Swirl in. I don't think I will go in with the white actually. I think I'm going to just leave it like that. I must say I do like the middle. Right, I'm just going to stand up and have a quick little look. Gosh, that's beautiful. Got a little bit there. Right, I'm going to go and just pull some of this out on these little edges. Go. And then pull this through. Yeah, I don't think I'll put white in it. I think I will just leave it like that. Fabulous. Right, I'm going to leave it like that. I know I've got a bit of my light in there, haven't I? So reflecting in it, but I'm thinking I absolutely love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that, and then when it's dry I will be back and I'll see if I can get a bowl the right size, and maybe I can just pop it in there. So I will be back. Okay guys, so it's been about 4.5 hours, so it's like 10 o'clock in the evening now, and obviously I don't want to leave it overnight because it's going to go hard. So I've got this bowl and I'm just thinking, hoping that it's set enough to see if I can get it into that bowl or unravel it. Let me just take it out. That's very bright. Can you see? It's just gorgeous. I'm loving it. So, oh, that peels off quite easily like that. I'm hoping it's not too soft. Should we do it this way? And I can peel it off and pop it into the bowl. Oh, that's easier. There we go. Oh, look how lovely that is. And you've got the sort of indentation of that beautiful flower in the middle. Let's pop that out of the way. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. That's lovely. Oh, it's either side. Right, let's see if I can just pop that in there and push it down. And I don't want it all the way in, because what I would like to do is have these turn over. So I don't want it into like a major bowl. I'm going to just stand up a little bit like that. I'd want to push it in, and then I want these to go over the edge, because what I would like to do is drill like little holes in these and hang little dingly danglies off it. So the only thing that I could think of is doing, let's push that, we want to make sure that's in the middle, is put something flat over the top of this, isn't it, to hold this down like that. Does that look? That looks pretty straight, doesn't it? That looks in the middle. Look at that. It's just gorgeous, do you know what I mean? So I just want to push these down. So these go down like that. What can I do with that? I could probably tape them down, couldn't I? Do you think I could tape that down? I should be able to. Let's see. I've got a little bit of tape here. Would that work? Just tape it to the bowl. Like that. No, I think I need something a little bit stronger. Okay, 2 seconds. Let me go and find something a little bit stronger. Okay, so I've got some masking tape. Let's see if this is going to work. This might be a little bit better. So what I would like to do is just pull that down and tape it to there. Now what I think, I'd have to tape it down and then put a piece of tape around. Gosh, the things we do. Let's see if I can tape this to the bowl. Okay. My tape is not very sticky. So even if it just holds for a minute, as I go round, I think I've got a bit of a shiny bowl on the outside. Oh, that's pretty good. You see what I mean? I just want to hold that down. Do you think that's going to work? Let's go round. Hold that down. Like that. Get another piece of tape. There we go. So these are all stuck. Well, not stuck down. So that's my lovely, neat and tidy. Look at that. So each one of these, it's just the middle bit. So this little flower, just the middle bit. So it's nice and soft. It's very, very pliable. So it needs a little bit longer, obviously, to set in there. Set or go hard. I don't want to poke it around too much, but I'm going to leave it like that. I will alter it and just see if these start coming up, but that's it, and I'm going to leave that overnight, so I will see you in the morning. Okay, hi guys, so it is the morning and I have just taken it out of the bowl and I'm just absolutely loving the shape that it's come out. It's just beautiful, but I have one little problem. When I took it out of the bowl last night, so that just fits in there lovely, and I had the tape on it, but the only thing is I put a weight in here because this was starting to come up, and because it was still very, very soft, look what's happened. I have got little cracks in each one. That one's not too bad. These two have got biggest cracks in there, but I tell you what, I'm quite excited about that because that means I can embellish it a little bit more than I was going to. And I'm going to be using some UV resin. It's still quite soft, so this will still sort of like where that crack is, that will just sort of like push down. But I'm going to fill it, put some resin in there, embellish it with a little bit of resin and the glitter, which is the silver opal one. So I can do that. I've got my lovely lamp, and then, like I said yesterday, I wanted to hang things off the little bits that I bent over. So I have drilled a hole just to make sure it's okay. I'm going to do the other ones. I'm using the lovely cordless drill from Let's Resin. And then when I've put the sort of like glittery resin on here, I've got some little gems that I'm going to put on there as well. So I'm going to embellish it more than I was going to, and I'm quite excited about that because I love to make things look sparkly and pretty. So guys, let's see how we get on. I'm going to pop some gloves on like this. So make sure you've got your window open. It's exactly the same as the epoxy. You've got to make sure you've got great ventilation. So my window's open, gloves on, mask on. I'm going to take a little pot. I'm using the UV resin from Let's Resin, which is a great one, the clear hard type. Now I've got 2 bottles. This one is got a little bit in it, not too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pop some into here and then mix up lots of lovely glitter in there. I have got my UV lamp, which is the lovely one here, which is the rechargeable one, which is just fabulous. I love it. Let's put that out of the way so we can see what we're doing. So nice lot of glitter in here. Because this is obviously glittery, I'm just going to embellish it and make it look pretty, and we can fill that in. So let's just hide the little cracks in there. You can't see them if you look from behind. You can't really see them, but I'm not going to be having my bowl upside down anyway. So I've learned a lesson on that one, not to put a weight in it or get a bowl that this fits in the bottom. That was a little bit too deep. I think that was the problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, just hold that, and I'm going to just add just some glitter UV resin onto this bit, just to cover that little hole up like that, and then we can embellish a little bit more as well. So just want it to go into that crack of there, just for now. I'm going to pop that to the side so we can't see it, and just pop that over the top like that, just a little bit. So that will set lovely, and then it would hide our little crack in there, won't it? So let's just do that for now. I'm going to just do that on all of them, go around all of them. It's got to have a little bit more, obviously, texture on there, because it's, you know, it's not going to be flat. I'm going to fill that little hole in. And then I think I'm going to use this bowl on my desk to put all my little scrap bits of fabric in, so they look all pretty and lovely. I'll add a little bit more around here, but I'm going to do this first before I drill the holes in there. And then I'll just leave this under the lamp for a little while to cure properly. I think it's going to look really, really lovely after this. So I'm quite excited actually, because I do, like I said, I like to embellish things, and I think this is a perfect way to do it. Like this. So I'm going to just quickly go around all of these and then just leave that to harden for a little bit, and then I will come back and I will sort of drill the hole. So I'll speed this up a little bit. Okay, so I've added just that little bit to those, which is perfect. I'm going to leave that little bit over to the side for a minute, and I'm going to just drill the hole. So I've got a little hole here, which I've already done right on the edge. Now yesterday with the leftovers I made one of these, and it's got a little hole in it. So what I did with this, to make sure I'm not sort of slipping all over the place, I held that down and drilled through it. So, and then it's right on the edge, so I know where to drill. So I'm going to get my lovely drill. I've got the, what have we got? We've got these little drill bits in there. So you've got 4 different sizes. So I've got the sort of like the second one down from the biggest. That's quite a big one. So I've got that one. It's not the smallest. That goes smaller and then really, really tiny there. So it comes with all these heads in there. So it's got 3 settings. So I'm just going to drill these holes quickly. put it on the fastest speed, pop that on there, just so I've got a little template. Okay, and then I can just go down through, but obviously mind your fingers. There we go. Next one. There we go, last one. Put that on. There we go, perfect. Let's just get rid of all of those little bits out there. So I'm going to get a little wet wipe and wipe this little mess up. So don't breathe these in, because these are obviously little bits of resin dust on there. Pop that in the bin. Let's get another. Just wipe our little bowl so we've got it nice and clean on here. No dust on there. Perfect. I think that's it. So I've got 5 little holes in there, so I can add my little embellishments to that. So what I'm going to do now, I've sort of like done that, that's made it a lot more sturdier on there. So I'm going to take actually I'm going to use some clear resin on this. I'm going to take one of my little gems, which are just beautiful, like that, and I'm going to just glue this on with some resin, just a tiny bit. Pop that on like that, and then I will just get the light and hold that in place. I should have opened that up first. So I'm just going to, so that you can see, pop that on there and just hold that. Make sure we are, there we go. Pop that on there, lovely. Make sure we are straight. Oh, did I just knock that off? There we go. Pop that on there for a second. All of this will go under the lamp for a lot longer when we're all done. I'm going to put a tiny little blob on there. Pop that on. I do have some smaller little ones on here. The little ones, these ones I'm going to dangle off the little bits, but I've got some smaller ones there which I might use as well, which are really pretty, so I think I might pop those on before I put the rest of the glittery bit on, the chunky glitter. Let's just pick that up. Lovely. I'll just show you what that's like. Can you see? So it's just got those little gems on there. So that's what I'm going to just do around all of this. on each one. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Just adds that tiny little bit of sparkle to it. Now, where this has got the silver on here, I'm going to just sort of like try and blend that in up to the sort of crystal bits. So I'm going to just add a little bit more of this. I'm going to hold it. Let's get everything ready. So this can come over like that. So I'll hold it and just add a little bit more, just so it sort of like comes up and touches our little gems in there to make sure that they are held on properly. And then this can sort of like just blend in nicely like that around the edge. There we go. Okay, perfect. Look at that. I think they look really, really pretty on there. So now I've got quite a bit left. So I'm going to go around just this outer bit. Not too much, but without going through the little hole. Okay, so I'm thinking that looks absolutely gorgeous. I just love all that sparkle and bling. So I've got a little bit of the resin left, so I'm going to just go around this, because you can see I'm just going to try and sort of like blend that in just a little bit more around there on each little one. Okay guys, so I think that's looking really, really lovely. We've got a beautiful sunny day, so what I'm going to do, because obviously this is still quite soft, so I will leave this in the sunshine as well to harden up for a day or two. So I have got 5 of my little dingly danglies. I'm going to take my gloves off, so I don't need those on at the moment. I've got some little jump rings. I have a pair of pliers. So I've got some pretty big jump rings here, like this. So these will fit through because I have tried it. So I'm just going to open that up, pop that through the hole, like that. Pop on one of our little dingly danglies. And then you just get another pair of pliers. And I will just close that up. Now again, you could go around the edge with a little bit of the silver or gold pen, but I just think these dangling off, I'll do a different angle at the end so you can see them. I'll do a couple of pictures on there. So this, let's see if I can do it through like that. There we go. Oh, I just like my little dingly danglies. I think they're fabulous. Again, these are interchangeable, so if you wanted to change them for something else, you can. You can change your little danglies on here. I just think they're beautiful. Such a pretty, pretty bowl. And I'm glad, actually, that it's sort of cracked, because it gave me a little bit more, you know, time to do a little bit extra on it. Instead of being sort of just a bowl, we now have a lovely embellished bowl. And that's one of my favourite things to do, is make sort of embellishment bits, and I think this has come out absolutely beautiful. And again, you could make your own little dingly danglies, your resin ones, to put on here as well. But to give it a little bit of movement, I think it's beautiful. Look at that. I will pop it onto my little my little Lazy Susan and show you as well. But look at that, and I'm loving the shape. The shape is just beautiful. And I think that has come out really, really lovely. So I'm so, so happy with it. Little mistakes, a little mishap, and it's come out even prettier than I imagined. So there we go, guys. Thank you so, so much for joining me. The products that I've used are from Let's Resin. So we have used the 2-part epoxy resin, which is this one, part A and part B. We have used the UV resin as well in there. I have used the lovely chunky glitter, and these are just my favourite. Oh, they are just beautiful. As you can see, they look lovely. And then I've used the cordless drill from Let's Resin to drill the holes with. And I have used their lovely dies in there as well. So I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and the lamp. Oh, and I used the levelling table as well. So I'm going to link everything that I've used underneath the video. And the mica powders. I used the mica powders as well, which is this one. I used seashell, and I think that gave it such a lovely, lovely colour. So I'm really, really happy with that. I think it's turned out absolutely beautiful. So thank you so, so much for joining me. Please have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.